Hey guys, hope you're all doing well today. So today is actually the first. I had video footage from yesterday, but I was trying to go through and it was like a 10-minute rant on Pokemon Go and an article that I read. I'm like, wow, that is way too much. So I just threw them all out and I'm reshooting the whole thing. So today is the 1st of September. August went by way too quick. It is just the whole, kids are going back to school now. We're slowly diving into autumn already. Yeah, it's still warm out and we're on the tail end of summer, but whenever I started school, the next thing on my list was, holy crap, fall's right around the corner. So I can't wait for that. Woo! So the two things from the footage that I tried making before that I ranted about were Pokemon Go and something they had to do with cars. And I'm just gonna give you the rundown on them. If you want to go and check out links for them, I highly recommend just going into Google and typing in most American type cars, I guess, of 2018. So basically what it boils down to is, even though you're trying to help the environment, or the economy, not the environment, you're not helping the environment with this one, with the economy, you want to buy an American car. Well, what actually designates it as an American car? Everyone thinks that they're buying Chevy or Dodge or Ford or Chrysler to help the economy, when that's not really the case. In fact, you have to dissect the car by part, and where a majority of the parts come from, that's probably the economy that you're helping the most. The number one car, I want to say, or the number one most American car, was a Jeep Cherokee, I think was what they called it, or I think was what they had at number one. Number two was the Honda Odyssey, and three was the Honda Ridgeline. I could have the Ridgeline and the Odyssey confused. They were in 2 and 3. So it could be altered 2 or 3, or 3 and 2. But yeah, it was really interesting to read it, and a lot of American car companies aren't actually as American as you thought. Like, I know they're made in other plants outside of the US, but it even goes further than that. And a good example is my mom. She had a Chevy Tracker, an 04 Chevy Tracker, and it had an engine of a Suzuki. I'm like, okay. I really didn't think about it back then, but now that I'm actually thinking about getting a car down the road that's new, I want to help out my economy. It's not really about buying American made anymore. It's, to me at least, it's about helping the economy and doing my part, but also buying a car that's not going to be a lemon. So yeah, highly recommend doing some research online if you're interested in that. The second thing I actually talked about in that video had to do with Pokemon Go. I'm getting back into Pokemon Go, and I'm going in and out of it, to say the least. It is just so frustrating at times. I love Pokemon. I love the feel of the old school Pokemon. I don't like what Pokemon is doing now by going after basically their fan base. If you don't know anything about that, basically Pokemon and Nintendo are really doubling down on people who crack open the old school Pokemon games and make fan-made hacks of them. There are YouTubers that make a living off their channel playing these not really hack, but fan-made games. And they're really fun. They're not profiting off of them. As far as I know, they're not profiting off of them because they can't sell the Pokemon name. But Nintendo's just cracking down on them left and right, and it's kind of infuriating and frustrating. But anyway, the Pokemon Go thing, basically there's little things while playing it that still bug the crap out of me. They just had an event called the Johto Festival, and it was awesome. I had a lot of Gen 2 Pokemon show up, and Gen 2 is my favorite gen, so it was awesome. But then it stopped, and then I realized exactly what I hated about the game for, the past 2 years. Why is Unknown rare, and why is Mareep rare? Why is Teddiursa and Fanfi, why are their things not correct? If they're going by Gen 2, Mareep can be found in one place and its evolution Flaffy can be found in another place, and they're very common in those areas. Unknown can be found in plenty of games in certain locations, and they're everywhere. They're everywhere. I don't understand why they're rare. It's kind of frustrating to when I'm a collector, so I just want to play the game and collect the Pokemon. I don't want to actually battle. That's a whole other issue on its own that I don't care for. But it's just, it bugs me. It bugs me that they're not sticking to the actual things of the game. And it's, yeah. Anyway, moving on, that's my rant. I got the idea in the last video, before the power went off, that I wanted to make a trivia-based game. This one's going to be a Disney-based game. It has to do with a lot of trivia facts from Disney World, Disneyland, as well as Disney movies. Right now I'm trying to stay away from Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, anything that Disney owns outside of the main Disney franchises, just because I want to kind of make expansions for the game. As of right now, it's just a game for myself. If anybody wants it down the road, I'll see if I can kind of streamline the whole thing, Henry Ford the crap out of it, and find a way to make it quicker. But I have some video footage that I made before of the actual process that I took to make it, so I want to show that right now. Okay, so I wanted to give you guys an update on how the game was coming along so far. So I have on my two screens, I have on the left side, I have the logo on the back of the card. It's really generic, very simple for now. I actually kind of like it. I think it would look really nice if it had a gloss finish to it, but I can't really do that right now. So just sticking to the normal cardstock photo, or the cardstock paper, and then having that logo on the back. On the right side, I have the actual border that I'm using. If you notice, there's a dark part of the screen over here. I have a pixel that's out on my screen, so yeah, so sad. But yeah, I was having an issue at first, and what I hate about this is I have no idea how I fixed it, but apparently the layout or the outline did not want to print. It would just print in white, and I have no idea why. It kind of bugs me because from the IT end of things, I really like knowing exactly how I fix something, so if it happens again, I can just fix it really quick. I have no idea how that happened, so if you have any ideas, leave them in the comment section below. But overall, it turned out pretty good. I would then go in and edit, like in here, I would just type in the question and then hit enter a couple times, and then have the answer underneath it. So this is what they look like so far. Okay, so far they're not bad. They actually come in really good quality, like really thick. I like them, durable, nice and clean. And then if you flip it over, it has a question, like for this one. In Beauty and the Beast, how many eggs does Gaston eat for breakfast? 5 dozen. I like the red outline to it. I think it's a little generic like this, but then again, this is just a promo, so it's supposed to be very simple. I have to figure out a way to streamline these because, or Henry Ford the crap out of it, in other words, because this took forever to do, especially to cut them out. Unless I can find a sheet that's perforated, that might be a little pricey. So for now, I'm gonna have to, what I would like to do, going back to this, is get it to where the lines are going straight up, and I can, because it's, the thing that took forever was lining it up, because as you can see, the borders don't go all the way to the paper. So when I'm lining the paper down on the cutter, for the most part I had to eyeball it, and it turned out really well here, but I had to take my time with it, and it took forever. So I would like it if I can get just like dotted lines that go all the way up and over to the side for each individual box. I think that would help out. I'm gonna try and get that to work, but yeah, that's basically how it is so far, and I like it. Nice simple game that you could just pull out anywhere and play with your family and friends. So thumbs up. So there you go, that's actually how I made the cards, and I'm having a blast with it so far. I am having so much fun looking up the trivia. I know a lot of this stuff myself, but I'm doubling down on stuff, making sure that it's correct, while also finding out some new stuff that I did not know. Here's one for you. In Cinderella, what foot does she lose a slipper from? Answer down below. You know, it makes you think. So I find it very cool. I'm gonna have a lot of fun with it, and who knows, maybe I may actually make a game, another game down the road. I think it'd be fun. This weekend so far has been very relaxing. Watched Big Hero 6 today. Forgot how much I like that movie. It's a very fun movie to watch. Highly recommend it if you haven't seen it yet. And another one that I bought through the Google Play Store was Constantine. That one didn't get the best reviews per se, but I'm a huge fan of Keanu Reeves, and I really like the movie, and it was only $4.99. So I scooped it up real quick, watched it, loved it so much, I watched it again today, and I bought it yesterday. So, good movie. I rate it 4.5 out of 5. Yeah, 4.5 out of 5. Alright guys, so that's going to do it for this week's video. Actually, not even this week. This is like the second video coming out this week. I'm so pumped. I'm putting out more content. I'm trying to put out more content. I really am. I went back and looked at a lot of Tim Tracker's older videos, and a lot of his videos were anywhere from like just over 3 minutes to 6-8 minutes. They weren't really that long, especially for being my first go at vlogging. My videos are actually pretty long. I'm taking a full week's worth of video footage and kind of putting it into one video, and I think that may be too much. So I'm gonna try doing just a few days at a time, editing and putting it up. I would down the road, the ultimate goal would be to film during the day, and then when I get home, edit, put it online like every day. That'd be awesome, especially if I'm doing a lot of stuff, especially at the house. Once I get the house and I'm doing all the work to it that I want to, whenever that day actually does come, that's gonna be a whole lot more video content. So I'm very much looking forward to that. But yeah, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys have any comments, make sure to leave them down below. And if you haven't, make sure to share and like the video. It helps me out tremendously. I want to thank you guys for stopping by, and I will see you all next time. Take care.